now streaming live. Full Velocity TV begins now.
They're back.
Let her dig!
And your source for esports racing is live, and you are here for a very, very special night here. Glad you have joined us here live for another round of Full Velocity TV live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Dirt Warrior Racing. Welcome to Wednesday Night Street Fights, and welcome into the Limaland Motorsports Park. Phil LaCasse here. Jack chewing on the controls. My buddy Rocky Battenfield alongside here tonight, and it's a special night. Rocky, our brother in arms, Mr. Too Tall Todd Stanton himself, is going to join the ranks here at Dirt Warrior Racing tonight, and he's going to do it here in style, buddy. He is starting on the pole. Rocky, you ready to rock and roll? Because we are in for one fun evening ahead.
Yeah, I tell you what, Phil, I haven't been this excited since our racing released Dirt. I'm really curious to see what Todd's going to do out there.
And you guys have been working together these last 2 days. He's been out there practicing with these guys, ready to lock and load. And maybe we'll get a word with Todd before we get this race rolling out to the green flag. But we want to get you guys set for the stage here. Limaland Motorsports Park. We're here every Wednesday night with the guys over at Dirt Warrior Racing for another round of Wednesday night street fights. We are about ready to let her dig here. Starting lineups being posted. So what do you say? We throw this thing trackside. Let's pay honor to this great country, the United States of America, and the playing of our national anthem. And back here live on your source for esports, the Full Velocity Racing Network, presented by our friends at Hannibal Record Service. Check him out now on Facebook over at Hannibal Record Service. Thanks to Tyler for all the great stuff he does for us behind the scenes here at the network. Also, special thanks to our buddy Jeff over at iRacing iFlag. You want to get one of those nice new iFlags? They make a great addition to your sim racing rig. Check his website out now, iRacingIFlag.com. Also, a big shout to our buddies over at BladeNode.com, the newest sponsor here to the Full Velocity Racing Network. You need a web hosting, VPS servers, dedicated servers, whatever you may need. Check these guys out now. BladeNode.com, and if you use promo code FVRN on your first purchase, you will get 25% off your first month or first yearly purchase. Again, that promo code is FVRN. Our friends are BladeNode.com. Also, big shout to Montstar Productions, our buddy Jake, for coming on aboard. We'll see Jake back here on July 2nd with the Firecracker 40 here live on Full Velocity TV. Thank you to Montstar Productions. Give him a follow on Facebook as well. Also, big shout out to Har Motorsports, TDR Racing, and Evil One Graphics. Also, can't forget Full Throttle with the Gent. We'll tell you a lot more about that as the night goes on, but we are getting the race forwarded on here into race conditions here. So I want to thank all you guys for tuning in tonight for this very special edition of Full Velocity Racing Network coverage here, Full Velocity TV, Limaland Motorsports Park. Phil Lacasse, Jack True, and on the controls tonight, and a special night. Rocky Battenfield joining me alongside on the call this evening. Todd Stanton, our brother-in-arms here tonight, joining the ranks of these guys out here at DWR. He has been practicing with you guys, Rocky, for a better part of about 2 days. He said he ran over 400 laps last night. He looked pretty good there last night. Good to see Todd back behind the old wheel. How is he looking out there as you were door-to-door with him?
He's looking really good. He's as the track gets slicker, he's getting a little better and a little better. And I'm gonna go ahead and predict it right now. I'm gonna say he's top 5 car tonight.
I hope I'm rooting for him like crazy too, as I do all these guys. These are all buddies of ours over at DWR. Love doing this league with these guys every Wednesday night. It is so much fun to do, and glad you guys are along for the ride here live as always. Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. So you're out there watching, guys. Do us a favor, like our link out there, share our link all over the place so everybody knows what is going on down in Pound Town here tonight, live on the Full Velocity Racing Network here as we watch our buddy Todd. One more ride out there for that 32J. Great to have him out there. This car looks absolutely spectacular, and I am so looking forward to these guys pulling off the grid. Looks like they're going to pull off here in just a second. What we'll do here, we'll let them roll around. They'll take the unofficial green flag. We'll let them roll into their starting positions, and then we'll take you through our full starting lineup for the evening so we can get all the proper stuff up there on the layout. Now, Jack will have that at his fingertips as well. Going to thank him. All that. Got to thank all these guys that make this whole deal up behind the scenes here at the network. Of course, Jack Truin, my brother Todd Stanton, our buddy Ron Piles that we're thinking of for sure as he had a loss in his family this week. Hoping to hear back from Ron here soon to have us back on the airwaves. Also going to thank Josh over at DirtSeries.com. Jim Revis over here at Evil One Graphics, Jameson at CNC Race Designs, for all these guys, the great supporters they are of the Full Velocity Racing Network. And all you guys out there watching via Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch, if you're out there watching on Facebook, guys, do us a favor. How about a little bit of stars donations out there tonight? Let's put it toward the fun tier to get Todd out on the racetrack a little bit more. It's a big effort for him to go out and do that. We have a great time doing so, and I'm looking forward to see where this race is going to take us for an event tonight. It's going to be 80 laps on your screen. It's calculated as a 75-lap event for the drivers, but we'll call it 80 for the benefit of our timing and scoring on the screen. The cars have taken the unofficial green flag. They will roll into their starting positions, and Rocky, you see right up there in the front row, here comes that 32J of Todd Stanton. He's going to start this event from the pole. How do you think he's feeling right now? He's got to be nervous.
Oh yeah, I guarantee he is very nervous right now, knowing that he's got the best street stock drivers in the world right on his tail.
He certainly does, and it is going to be just fun to watch here over the course of 80 laps around. It looks like the starting field is just about set in their proper alignment. So what do you say, Jack? Let's take us through tonight's starting lineup here for the Dirt Warrior Racing Wednesday night street fights here. Race number 7 of the 10-race season that makes up Wednesday night street fights season 5. On the pole in the 32J, too tall, Todd Stanton on the pole, and alongside in the 420, that is Eric Elmore. In row number 2, aboard car number 07, that is Justin Pruitt, and alongside of the X-Stack Wraps, number 12, Electric, Eric Eichstadt, the outside of the second row. In row number 3, we find car number 1, that is Alex Brewer, and alongside In the number 86, that is Derek Fedkenhauer. In the 4th row, the 06 is Matthew Everett, and alongside of the 36, that is John Monkern. The 13 car roll off from 9th position. The 13 is Caleb Ramsey, and alongside of Caleb with the 117, that is Derek Dubree. Row number 6, the 71, the Iceman, Daniel Stifler, and alongside of him, and the 61, that is Josh Peacock. The 78 rolls off next, that is Stephen Radunes, and alongside of Stephen in the 111. 111 here tonight is Kyle Moyer. The 010 rolls off next. That is Casey Brunson, and alongside the Evil One himself aboard car number 21, Evil One Graphics Zone, Jim Revis on the outside of I think that's the 13th row or the 8th row there. And the final row, we have a 00 of Michael Whitlock with the number 84, last week's winner, the natural one, E.J. Jones, going to start shotgun on this field. 18th and 18 car field, a star-studded night as always in DWR. And off turn number 4, we're laying in the gas pedal. We are green flag racing. Rocky Batfield and Todd Stanton, he leads the field to turn 1.
Yeah, Todd got him a good jump right there.
He sure did. As he gets it off of turn number 2, Todd's going to have the race lead, but he opens the door down low, and look at them race here for the race lead. Right away, Eric Elmore going to jump right to the inside, put himself up to the race lead, dropping Todd back to second. Justin Pruitt also there in the 07 in that 3rd spot. Eric Eichstadt there back and forth. They stack up 2, almost 3 wide. What I love about this racetrack and what I love the most about these street stocks, Rocky, they make us some really great racing. You can take these things 2 or 3 wide around this racetrack. It makes for a really good picture. It's going to be a lot of fun to drive like that.
Yeah, right now the track's going to be real fast on the bottom. As we get through about 20 laps, it's going to start moving up to the top.
Oh, certainly will.
A lot more.
Certainly going to. Looks like yellow flag has come out here on the speedway on lap number 9. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Our Hannibal Record Service yellow flag for the first time here this evening. We'll let Jack go down there and get sorted out with a BladeNode.com full velocity racing network replay. So when he's got that thing ready, he will fire it up along to you. But just trying to look back here and see where the incident may have kind of come from, the reason for the caution flag. And I'm not exactly seeing anything kind of a foul going on. I'm not sure if did Josh Peacock get involved with something back there? Did you see a look at that, Rocky? Did you get a peek of what may have put us under yellow flag?
Looks like Everett and Caleb Ramsey got together, and Josh Peacock just kind of ran into him there. Didn't have anywhere to go.
All right, I think that's what we're going to see. That's exactly what we're going to see here live on the BladeNode.com full velocity replay. Got to thank the guys at BladeNode.com for coming on aboard. You see with the replay there, as you said, Everett gets a little bit out of shape there with Caleb Ramsey, and it goes into the side of the 61, and unfortunately Josh Peacock car goes around off of turn number 4. We go back green flag racing. Eric Elmore, Justin Pruitt going to lead the field in turn number 1. Alex Brewer and our buddy Todd, he's going to restart 4th. He's going to be stuck in the outside lane, and that's a freight train opening up underneath there as they hit turn 3, Rocky.
Yeah, Todd's going to have to figure out how to get to the bottom. He's got a lot of speed right behind him right now with Fedkenhauer and Monkern right there.
That is 2 really good bullets there. He's going to have to fight off there off of turn number 2, 32 car. Doing a great job up there running in the high lane, side by side there for position number 5. Off of turn number 4 as Todd's going to have his hands full there racing alongside. Is that John Monaco to the 36 car, that white car. John going to pull the 36 now up into the top 5. Stanton going to fall back to the 6th spot. That's the best battle on the racetrack right now for that top 5 and 6th position. Monkern versus Stanton for the 5th spot off of 4.
Yeah, right now they're both keeping the track pretty even right here. The middle's starting to come in already.
It certainly is, definitely. And you can see that there is Monkern getting a little bit loose, trying to run down low off the corner. But up front, Eric Elmore starting to pull away from the field here. 0.4 of a second last time by on Justin Pruitt. Alex Brewer in the 1 car. He's had a heck of a run here this season. He's got the 1 up in 3rd. Eric Eichstadt running in the 4th spot. John Monaco, as we said, he rounds out our top 5 as we work action here into turn number 1 and 2. Still all single file. And that looks like through the top 5. The battle is now 3 wide there back there with Caleb Ramsey. Todd Stanton stuck back there. And also Derek Dubree, the 117. They were almost 3 wide that time through 3 and 4. That's tough sledding. This racetrack, you can see it there already, lap 18. It's starting to get a little bit slicker out there. What kind of setup do you need under the car?
Oh, Todd just about went around right there. He got into the 06 car and got real sideways.
Yeah, he had to make a doozy of a save back there as I saw that car kick out sideways, and Good catch right there by Todd. He has his hands full here tonight. 7 months he has been off of the steering wheel, has not turned a lap in this simulation until yesterday. So he had to shake off the rust real quick, started out here on the pole. And we say every week, Rocky, the guys over here at DWR, these are absolutely the best of the best as far as street stock racing goes. And Todd has put himself out here, feeding up to the Lions on a night to come out here. That's a long layoff. He's got to be awfully rusty.
Yeah, it had to be a pretty special event to get me out of these cars at this league. I decided to come up, call with you, and see what Todd could do.
Absolutely right.
Excuses not to race.
That is exactly right. I'm glad you came aboard here tonight, playing the color role with me. We weren't going to miss this night for the world. We put this challenge out last week. Our buddy Sam Perry from Blade Node been out there begging us for weeks and weeks and months. Get Todd out there behind the wheel, and the guys at DWR graciously opened up the doors, said, Todd, you're a member of our family. Come out and be a part of this one here for Wednesday Night Street Fights, and he's doing just that tonight. But so far, looking at the racing up front, we know Todd's the big story for us here tonight, but let's cover the racing action out here on the racetrack. Eric Elmore leading Justin Pruitt off of turn number 4, running the top 2. Alex Brewer still sitting there in 3rd. Eichstadt still 4th. John Monkern running 5th. Matthew Everett, Derek Fenkenhauer, Derek Dupree, E.J. Jones. He's made his way up to 9th. Todd Stanton holding on to a position in the top 10. So far, so good through the first 24. Now put 25 laps of 80 on the board here at Limaland. Elmore's got a really good piece, but I am more impressed the number 07 of Justin Pruitt, Rocky. He's a guy these last couple of months has really come to life with some really good runs, and Justin Pruitt up there in that 2nd spot. His car seems to be getting a little bit quicker right now through the corner than Eric Elmore's is.
Yeah, Justin went through a lot of bad luck for a while, and he's really seemed to turn it around and really getting some good finishes. It's good to see him running up front.
We got a race for the lead as Pruitt's going to try his hand to the inside of Eric Elmore, off through 3 and 4 that time. Couldn't quite make that run happen down there. He'll fall back in line. May open the door for Alex Brewer in the 1 car to maybe make a move down to the low side here through 3 and 4. They're going to stay single file. Thought Pruitt may have one more run left to make at him there. But, Rocky, you've been out here in these race conditions, in these cars, knowing the racetrack is going to settle in the way it does. How tough is it to pass at this juncture of the race here, working down lap 28? We still got 50 laps to go this thing. How's this racetrack changed from the start of the race, and how is it going to change over the course of 50 more laps?
As you see, it's already gone from the bottom up to the middle. Looks like we have a yellow on the track.
Yes, we do. Yellow flag going to come out here on the racetrack on lap number 29. So, and I'm thinking, oh boy, I think it got him. I think this one is the fabulous Too Tall Todd Stanton. Spun around here, and I guess I have to go back and see if he had some help. Looks like him and the 71 of Daniel Stiff are getting together. Todd goes around, and that's going to have to go to the back of the field. So from the pole to the back. Tough break
he
for our
just
buddy
really
Todd.
wanted to make this interesting and show us what he can do from the back.
I hope so. He's going to have work to do. Well, let's see. We can't grab the boy here real quick. See how he's feeling really quick here behind the wheels. I'll drag him up here into the booth. Todd, you went around right there, buddy. You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I got to ask. It's been 7 months. You've been away from this thing. How's it feel to be back behind the wheel?
It was pretty good. Getting ready to go back to Green Flag, and it just taking some time now here with these guys. These guys are fast. I mean, I practiced about 500 laps here the last couple nights, and trying to navigate through the traffic and stuff. You know, a little bit of contact happened there, but it was racing.
All right, well, keep digging there, brother. We'll check back in on you here in a little bit as we're 30 laps in now. We're back to Green Flag Racing as we can hear Todd's got the wheel cranking there, the engine sound coming over, so we'll let him get back to it. But he's got his hands full. As do these guys up front, Eric Eichstadt had a really good restart in the 12 car, put Eric now up to the 3rd spot, and he may look for more here off of turn number 2 this time. The 12 car looks really fast, as is Pruitt and Alex Brewer as they dance 3 wide off at 2. Racing for that 2nd spot. Who can chase down Eric Elmore? Can anybody chase him down?
I tell you what, I've been watching this one car. He's really digging on the bottom, but the 84 with E.J. Jones is he's coming up through the field right now.
He is lurking. He is starting to make waves up there as well, wrecking mid-pack, and it looks like they save it back down to Howe, but they're 2 and 3 wide here off of 4 as Eric Elmore continues to lead. Justin Pruitt still able to hold on to 2nd, but that racing back for 3rd. You got Eichstadt in there with 12. Alex Brewer, Matt Evertson there, John Monkern, Derek Fenkenhauer, E.J. Jones. You also got Derek Debris back there. He did 6 or 7 cars back there. basically racing for third on back, and it looks like we're at a super speedway right now here. These guys are spread out 3 now, almost 4 wide off the corner. How do these cars feel right now? They got to be getting a little treacherous to slide around.
Yeah, especially on the bottom. The rear end's really wanting to come around on them, so it's really big on throttle control right now.
And that's something I completely suck at, and why I do this. And guys like you and Todd and the rest of these guys do the racing part of it. Is they say at DWR the motto is let her dig, and they are letting it dig right now around here at the Limaland Motorsports Park. Some crazy guy with a mannequin head running through the infield a little while ago. Guys always seems to be here. He's kind of a creepy dude. We want to stay away from him. But you know who else trying to stay away from the field? Eric Elmore in the 420. Look at him off of turn number 4 there, Rocky. He has pulled out about a 15 car length lead. That's hard to do at Limaland. That 420 got a really good set underneath. That car is blazing fast.
Yeah, his set's really come in right now, and he's got about a straightaway lead on second place Pruitt, and I really expect Pruitt to hopefully start running him down here pretty quick.
We'll have to wait and see. This gaggle of cars back here running 2 and 3 wide. Alex Brewer is stuck right in the middle with Matt Everett in there. I see Montcurd, E.J. Jones also kind of nestled right in the middle of that battle as well. These guys just jostling for all sorts of real estate, trying to find all that clean racetrack. And you can see that run naked take off the high lane. That race, the high side right now looks to be the place to be. Fedgenhauer that time off of 4 got shot out of a rocket that put Derek Fedgenhauer alongside Alex Brewer. They're going to race side by side from the 3rd spot as they go back to 3 wide scenario there off of 4.
Yeah, this groove's really starting to go up to the top now, and once it gets up there, that's where you definitely going to want to be.
And you got to look at these cars up front. I'm really cool to see Eric Eichstadt, the 12 car, having a really terrific run here. Eric now up to a 3rd spot, and he has been knocking on the door. If there's a guy who has come close so many times and hasn't grabbed one of these, it is definitely Eric Eichstadt with 12. He's in a good piece, and that car looks really good running up high right now.
Yeah, Eric is definitely one of the good guys in this sim, and I know his wife gives him a lot of support, and I know he really appreciates that. We've talked about that a time or two, and it's really nice to have a wife that'll support your hobbies and what you do for fun.
Absolutely. It's always a great thing for us. And yeah, Miss Mindy is out there all the time rooting on Eric, and she hates their nickname, Electric Eric. I think it's a good one, but we said we'll change it. We'll come up with something different when the 12 car gets to victory lane, and doing a great job right now running in the 3rd spot. Eric Elmore is trying to run away and make a stinker of this thing. About a full straightaway over Justin Pruitt, but the 07 starting to chase him down a little bit, ever so slightly. Not a whole lot, but he's starting to make some waves. Justin's car seems to be coming back to life there, running 2nd.
Yeah, Justin, he's just going to have to kind of chip away at this lead. Eric's he's got almost a 2-second lead right now, and Justin's just going to have to figure out a little different line, or maybe a set's gone away. I'm not sure what's going on with him.
I don't know. I'll have to wait and see. I'm back here looking at this good battle, going on back here. John Montcurd and Alex Brewer, the 36 and the 1. These guys have been going at it now about 20 laps, almost side by side. A yellow flag and a greet us back on the speedway. Hittable record service yellow flag for the 3rd time here tonight. Now working at lap number 49, so we'll have 30 laps remaining next time these guys come back around and take the caution behind the iRacing.com pace vehicle. But yellow flag here once you get on the racetrack. What'd you see out there?
That's going to be our buddy again. Looks like Todd got loose in 3 and 4, and Michael Whitlock kind of locked him up to keep from running into him.
So easy to do, and Todd's having a loop-de-loop of a night of it right now. Let's grab him while we can here under the caution flag. We'll let Jack work out a BladeNote.com full velocity replay. He'll show it out there when he's ready. But let's talk to our brother Todd out there. Todd, how's the race car handling right now? It seems to be getting awfully slick out there. What are you experiencing back out there?
It was handling pretty well there towards the end. I couldn't get by the 111 in front of me. It just didn't happen to be where I should be, but this car is starting to really come in setup-wise. But I think what's happening here is it's just tough to get by these guys. I mean, they run in the line and they're consistent. That's what the key is here.
Hey, Todd, I've got 2 words for you. Slide job.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, Todd, as we go back to green, we'll let him get back to it, because who wants to talk to us when you're out there with a handful of wheel? We'll let him get back to the racing as we go back green flag racing. We've got Eric Elmore, Justin Pruitt, Derek Fedgenhauer, Eric Eichstadt, John Monkern, your current top 5. Eric Elmore saw that big lead kind of evaporate, and now he's got that hungry crew behind him there, Rocky. Now we're less than 30 laps to go. Call it like 27 laps last time by. Eric Elmore now, if that setup has gone away at all, it's going to be exposed right now. He's got that whole crew. They've caught back to his tail. You got to hate seeing a yellow when you have a lead like that.
Oh yeah, he definitely hates it, and I do notice that he is going a little lower than most everybody else. And I kind of expect that top groove to start running him down. Oh, Todd got him again.
Oh, brother, Todd is around again in the 32, and I think he's just showing the rust here. These cars are definitely a handful to drive. I know he doesn't have an awful set. He jumped back in the race car here, one night ago for the first time in 7 months, so he's definitely having a handful out there, buddy Todd. I'm sure he's going to be frustrated. I'm sure he's having a great time, you get out there. But, even you take a layoff like that, Rocky, race car drivers are competitive. We're competitive. We don't go out there and stink it up on ourselves, So I'm sure as much fun as he's having, he's got to be a little bit frustrated behind the wheel. He's a proud guy. He takes this seriously.
Oh, nobody wants to get out here and embarrass herself, and Todd really took this serious. I know I practiced a lot of laps with him last night and tried to give him some pointers and helped him with setups and all that stuff. Once he kind of figures it out, if he was to run every week for a few weeks, I guarantee he'd be right where he needed to be.
I guarantee it. The guy is a really good driver. He's done it for a long time. He really does a great job. And, man, I want to see that 32 coming to the front. He's going to restart here. 18th off of 3 and 4. The iRacing I flag, green flag returns to the speedway with Eric Elmore, Justin Pruitt, Eric Eichstadt, Derek Fetkenhauer, and John Moncur. Now Matt Everett's up into the top 5 off of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, Eric Elmore going to run the kind of the middle lane of the racetrack, try to make it work. And you can see off the turn now is Fetkenhauer, a guy who's usually really good down low. The 86 is now letting it eat down low. Fetkenhauer making it waves down there, running in that second spot. But as you said, Rocky, we always expect the outside lane to kind of prevail. It's really starting to do is now yellow flag and Agritas back on the racetrack again. Yellow flag for the 5th time now, working on lap number 60. Another Hanover record service caution flag on the racetrack. And I believe this one may have got the Iceman Daniel Stifler around them in a knot in this one.
Yeah, Daniel got hit a little bit off of 2, went up, got the wall upside down. And I believe that's going to be our first turtle of the night.
And we do. We got a BladeNote.com full velocity racing replay, and I think we have our first TDR turtle tonight. And unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be the 71 car of the Iceman Daniel Stifler. As he goes there upside down, not the way you want to be. I've always learned to keep these things rubber side down, and they may handle a little bit tad better. I guess we'll have to wait and see. This one's a good one, though, because that's going to put the 32 car of Todd Stanton back on the lead lap as he gets to wave around here on lap number 63. So under 20 laps remaining. Eric Elmore leading Justin Pruitt, Eric Eichstadt, and Derek Fetkenhauer 4th. Matt Everett's now up to the top 5. John Moncur is 6th. E.J. Jones up to 7th. Alex Brewer is 8th. Derek Debris is 9th. Casey Brunson running 10th as the iRacing I flag. Green flag returns to the speedway. Now Eric Elmore going to have to deal with Pruitt and Eric Eichstadt for the race lead this time off 2.
Yeah, we were almost 4 wide for second right there coming off of 2 with Fetkenhauer and Pruitt, Eichstadt, and Everett's.
They are still getting after it out there. Elmore's just trying to run away and hide. Now they're 3, now almost 4 wide behind him there for second on back. Too close to call off to the corner. I see Eichstadt's in there running the middle now, going down to the low side. We got Pruitt in there, Fetkenhauer right in the mix as well. There's a lot of really good race car drivers right in that mix, and Eric Elmore doing a great job holding them off. But this battle for second on back between Pruitt and Eichstadt's a good one. And then back behind those guys, they're 3 wide. Moncur up there up high. Fetkenhauer stuck down there to the low side. I believe that's Brunson there right in the middle in the 010 car. So these guys are really getting after it right now. We're under 15 laps to go over an episode of Wednesday Night Street Fights here in Limaland. And so far, the story of the night here, besides our buddy Todd out there racing, Eric Elmore has led basically this thing all flag to flag right now, putting lap 68 up to the board.
I tell you what, I'm real impressed by where he's running right now. He's about the only one running the middle, and he's one of the fastest cars on the track.
He certainly is, but I saw a parking lot kind of assuming over there in turns number 1 and 2 when yellow flag going to come back onto the speedway here. Yellow flag on lap number 69, so we're certainly running out of laps here tonight in Limaland. Things are happening quick, and I think Jack's already got our BladeNote.com full velocity instant replay, and I believe this one may have got Derek Fedgenhauer and John Monkern involved in a little bit of contact back there. So those guys getting together.
Yeah, it looked like 12 and the 86 car got together, and John Monkern hit the outside wall and just come down and swept them both up as well.
Yeah, that is just tough racing here. When you're going 3 or 4 wide at a place like this, it's a tight little quarter mile. We're getting around this place. It's under 16 seconds a lap. It's already slick enough out there. I mean, the last thing you want to do is bounce off the car and bounce off the wall, because at that point, it's kind of out of your hands from there.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, the big winner in that was Alex Brewer. That moved him all the way back up to 4th place, and he's going to be looking to win this thing here at the end.
I'm going to tell you what, do not count out Casey Brunson either, as Casey has found his way now up to 3rd in the 0-10 car off of turn number 4. iRacing, I-flag, green flag, going to return to the speedway, and Eric Elmore, as he has done all night long, going to be the first one to hit us here off of turn number 2. Now Justin Pruitt and Brunson going to race there for that 2nd spot. They are 3 wide on behind him, with Brewer and Eichstadt and Moore running back there, just looking for every ounce of real estate. E.J. Jones of the 84 starting to make waves through the middle. He's trying to find his way into the top 5, 3 wide off of 2.
Yeah, EJ's got some special talent. He can put it places not very many people can.
No, and we're going to go back under a caution flag once again here on lap number 73. This one happening off of the exit of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway, and I think it may have got Josh Peacock in the number 61 involved in this one back there, and I'm not sure if he had help or he did not have help, but definitely a 61 car of Josh Peacock got involved there, and I'm not exactly sure where, but I definitely saw the car went around the wrong way, and I can't tell who the car was. I think he had a little bit of help.
Well, what happened was he checked up for Caleb Ramsey, and Michael Whitlock kind of tapped him in the rear end and sent him around.
Sure did. I'm looking over here at my Facebook Live chatter over here, and I see the likes of Justin Gledhill and Jason Salter and my old buddy, good friend, Mr. Richie Ryan out there watching. Richie, so good to see you out there, brother. Hope all is well. No, I caught up on the phone here at Richie a couple of nights ago. It was really good to hear his voice. Richie, we're all out there thinking of you, bud. Keep it digging. Keep in touch there, brother. Great to see you out there watching, rooting on the 78 car, a number that he's made famous over here at DWR. Steven Radoon's out there tonight in the 78, running in the 12th spot, as it looks like this time through 3 and 4. We are restacked and repacked, as Todd would say, off the corner. iRacing, I-flag, green flag returns to the speedway at lap 77. So we are running out of laps here tonight for Wednesday night street fights, and Eric Elmore trying to lead this one flag to flag, doing a hell of a job right now, as he's got 3 car lengths on the field, Rocky, off of 4.
Yeah, we got a caution, and that might just end the race right there.
I think it will, as yellow coming out on the speedway on lap 78, and I think that indeed will more than likely do it. There's a Hanover Record Service caution flag coming back out on the racetrack, and not exactly sure where it started or where it even happened from. I'm not sure if it was with Kyle Moyer get a piece of it in the 111.
Looks like Derek Debris went into 3 and 4, might have clipped one of them tires. Eichstadt got into him. And
Hit the
like
Ute tire.
Revis just cleaned them up there. Yeah, your friend the Ute tire.
Oh, man, I got it. If you've heard me out there, and I'm asking you if you never heard my plea before, join Phil's revolution here on Full Velocity TV. End the Ute tire once and for all, because they don't work. They do things like that. You get stuck. They shoot you back in the middle of traffic. You get wrecked. But what do? They don't do anything good. They get you stuck. They ruin your night. They look retarded. I mean, end the Ute tire once and for all. If you don't want them to go down there, put a wall there. We approve it. Walls work over and over again. End the pesky Ute tire, because it brings out yet another flag here, stacking up the field in Limaland. This time off of turn number 4, the checkered flag going to go in the hand of the starter. Going to give Eric Elmore the win of Wednesday night street fights here in Limaland. Alex Brewer going to finish up 2nd. Justin Pruitt with a 3rd. Derek Debris 4th. Casey Brunson finishes up 5th with E.J. Jones, Caleb Ramsey, Derek Fedgenhauer, Steven Radoons, Michael Whitlock running in our top 10. Todd Stanton will finish up tonight in 11th in the 32J. Josh Peacock for 12th. Matt Everett's 13th. Jim Revis 14th. And Kyle Moyer running in our top 15. Eric Eichstadt issues there in the end, puts Eric down to 16th. 17th, John Monkern and Daniel Stifler finishing up 18th tonight here at the Limaland Motorsports Park for a round of DWR Dirt Warrior Racing Wednesday night street fights. We go back here real quick. We'll go to the Full Velocity Racing post-race show over in Discord, talk to all of our top 3 finishers. So don't go away. We'll be right back right here live on your source for esports racing. Back here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network post-race show for the Warrior Racing Discord. We do our post-race with these guys every Wednesday night, so give us a little bit here to come on over, but we look like we got everybody all set. We'll talk to our top three, of course. Alex Brewer, Eric Elmore, of course, our winner, and our guest now, tonight's third place finisher aboard car 07, Justin Pruitt. And Justin, a heck of a ride for you. A good solid top three run. You had a really good solid car all night long. Just looked like Elmore had a different gear than everybody else in there. Tell us about your run there, brother.
Yeah, I want to congratulate Eric. He drove a hell of a race. Right there, I think it was the third to the last caution. I come on the radio and I told him that I didn't have nothing for him. He was just really good on the bottom. My car wouldn't do anything on the bottom once it slicked off. I had to go up high, and yeah, I'm glad he got him one.
Now, I got to ask you, because you stayed kind of out of that web of traffic behind you all night long. Did you at all once look in your mirror and see those guys racing 3 and 4 wide behind you and think to yourself, I better get up on the wheel because I don't want any part of that back?
Oh, yeah. You got to constantly look in the mirror with these guys. You don't know who's going to come up on you.
Justin, you had a hell of a job here tonight. You've had a great season over here. The runs have really been getting a lot better up here in the top three once again, so that's always good. As always, here, the Full Velocity Racing Network, live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch TV. Justin Pruitt, I give you the floor one more time. Thank you you got you here tonight, brother.
I want to thank Todd for coming out and starting on the pole. He did a heck of a job. I want to thank my teammate Michael Whitlock. He showed me a couple things there in practice, and we found a little bit of speed. Damn It Boy Racing, Team DWR, all these guys for coming out, and you guys for broadcasting.
We have a great time doing it, bro. There you have it. Damn It Boy Racing Zone number 07 of Justin Pruitt. I think that's the best damn team name I've ever heard right there. We'll let him get back to it and debrief with the team, and we'll run a little bit further down here. I believe Rocky Batfield is caught up on our finisher here tonight. Rocky, I'll throw it over to you. I think you've got Alex Brewer on the horn.
Alex, you had a good run tonight. Looked like you fell back a little bit early and was able to work your way back. Got second. Did you have anything for Eric there at the end, or did you just kind of, is that where you was going to finish?
I think I just got lucky there at the end of the race. I think Pruitt got in, or someone got into Pruitt and got him a little bit sideways, and then I got past him before the yellow came out.
Alex, tell us about how the racetrack fared off here tonight. Looked like, as we always know, with track, it's a little bit slick up there. You had to make a lot of your stuff happen up high, but your car, unlike most, was really, really good down low. Tell us about what you did out there as far as your testing and practice goes to make that set come into the low side, knowing the top lane was probably going to get as slick as it did.
Yeah, I had to run the bottom most of the race. I wanted to get to the top, but starting on the inside, you get stuck on the bottom, and everybody's on the top. And Rocky helped me out on my setup. I ran his setup, and it worked really well on the bottom.
Oh, we're going to give him a big head because I hear that setup is pretty much money out there. But Alex Brewer had a great run here tonight, bud. Second place finish for you. I'm going to toss you the mic one more time out there live tonight, of course, Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. Congratulations, bud, on the second place finish. Thank you for thank the cut here.
Rocky, I thank him, and EJ Jones, he helps me out a lot, and everyone at DWR, everyone, and you guys that put on the race, on the broadcast.
All right, well, there you have it, folks. A very humble guy right there, as you can tell. Car number 1, Alex Brewer, going to bring it home tonight in the second position. We'll let him go back to it, and we will run down here before we talk to our brother-at-arms over here in the broadcast. We'll see jumping out of the car. But let's talk to our race winner tonight, the driver of the 420. Speedy E, Eric Elmore, finds his way. Finally, victory lane. Eric, you pull one of these things off. You let this thing wire to wire. God, they had a good car out there. Tell us all about it.
Yeah, I kind of got lucky on that one. I come into the race and I didn't have too much time to prepare. So I was running an old setup, and just luckily the car hooked up good down there at the bottom. And I was finally able to pull off the win.
Yeah, Rocky had made mention. He saw your car just digging and making speed in a lot of places. A lot of guys' cars really weren't. The setup was really, really money out there. And I'm sure that starting spot in the outside pole certainly didn't hurt to assist you to win this thing. 80 laps flag to flag here. Yes, we saw some cautions. Race car really seemed to hold up well. Did you ever look in your mirror and see the carnage and the mayhem of those guys 3 and 4 wide behind you? Or do you ever look in your mirror at all if you're out there in the lead?
I actually do not run a mirror, so helps me out a little bit. I think I don't feel as pressured when people's behind me.
I've heard that before too from a guy named Todd. I think we don't look in the mirror. We don't want to know what's going on back there. Only care what's up ahead. Eric Elmore, we finally get you out here live on the airwaves in Victory Lane. You finally get to hold on to one of these coveted wins, man. We are live tonight on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch TV. So Eric Elmore, finally a winner of Wednesday Night Street Fights. The floor is all yours. Thank whoever you'd like to thank that I got you out here for this race win.
I'd like to thank Twisted Motorsports, Speedy E Automotive, Scooters Machine Shop, D&B Lawn Care, and of course everybody here at DWR for putting on a good show.
I could not agree more, folks. So there you have it. Guy finally pulls it in victory lane. The 420 Speedy E Eric Elmore brings somebody victory here tonight in the Limaland Motorsports Park. So we have talked the third, second, and first. I guess there's one more guy to come down here and talk to, and that is our very own Mr. Too Tall Todd Stanton from his professional race car brother. How the heck are you feeling? Did you have some fun? 11th place finish, man. That's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not the top 10 I was hoping for. A little bit of damage ensued from a little bit of controversy with the wall, but that's for another day. I'll settle that later. But finishing in top 11, that's pretty good here for first night out. Car was a rocket ship. Especially towards the end of that one. I wish it was stayed green. I think I had a top 10 in me, and I think I actually had more. I just had to be in a better place, and it just goes from not having a lot of laps on the track. Yeah, I say I have 500 the last couple of days, but man, it was just it was an adventure, just to say the least.
Well, you and I get the privilege of calling this league on Wednesday night, week after week after week. I mean, these guys do it in the street stocks better than anybody else. What is it like to go out there as completely raw as you were tonight to go toe-to-toe with some of these guys? That had to be a really good time.
Well, as I told those guys before, and I really do mean it, my first ever race at a dirt track, I was completely nervous, and everything was just butterflies, as you would call it, in the stomach and that stuff. And then, of course, that redraw, I ended up on the pole somehow. He said it wasn't fixed because I did put myself into the redraw. That way, I didn't start on the pole or anything. I wanted to make sure that they were aware that that's where I wanted to be, was in the redraw. But it was like butterflies. I got on the track, and it was all business after that. I just had to figure some things out. Got to thank all these guys for letting me run here. Got to thank Rocky for coming up here in the announcer's booth and allowing me to run DWR. I tell you, this is a top-notch league, top-notch drivers. We're in side by side with John Monkern for quite a long time there in that 36 machine. So kudos to him. Kudos to all the drivers that ran side by side with me. We had a lot of fun, and I mean, I got to thank Trash Panda Graphics too, Jason Salter, fantastic wrap on this machine, and kudos to being able to put the J on my car, because that's very, very significant to me. A drunk driving accident for my brother. That's always why I ran the 32J. So it's one of those things. I was glad to be out there with those guys. Really hard, I tell you.
I got to ask, I mean, a guy who's done this for a long time, and now you've kind of, I guess you'd say tongue-in-cheek, we've kind of retired from the full-time racing end of it. You put the helmet back on, you put the wheel up there, you go racing out there again. Does the itch come back at all to want to do this a little bit more after a 7-month layoff? I mean, these last 2 days, you've had to have a blast doing it. Do you get the itch to do this a little more?
I do. I do. I'd like to run more with these guys every once in a while. Maybe get Rocky to come up here or something, and maybe fill in once in a great while. Maybe to go out there. Maybe not so much Limaland. I want to try something different. But Limaland's not my favorite track. But I kind of got used to it tonight. A lot of laps on it, and I mean, I would do it again.
Well, Rocky, I got to ask you. He ran your setup. We know it was money. He said it was money. You got to give the guy credit. He did a hell of a job out here. What do you think?
Yeah, if you remember before the race, I predicted he's going to end up in top 5, so I'm a little disappointed in that. Figured my set was at least good enough to get anybody a top 5, so he ends up 11th. He bounced back from being in the back a few times, so he really had a good run there at the end, and I'm really glad you had fun out here, Todd.
Yeah, most definitely. Like I said, I got to thank the hospitality of all you guys coming up here in the booth, the hospitality of DWR. Challenging me to come out and race again after 7 months and not doing a lot of this stuff and being able to broadcast. This is how busy we've been over here. with Full Velocity Racing Network, and it was a great time. Hopefully, more to come here once in a great while. I'll get down there and race with these guys and put some laps in. I want to win one of these things just as much as they do. But it's there. I'm able to win. I've been sim racing since '98, so it's I've had many wins. Just a couple here on iRacing though.
Well, Todd, we get a couple of nights off of this stuff, so I maybe get out there and turn some more laps or whatever, because we're off the air. We don't come back here to believe till Sunday with the guys over here at DWR. So you got a couple of nights off. I know Jack and myself will be over at Sim Addicts on Friday night, but you've got your weekly deal over at the After Motorsports Park coming up there Friday. So you got a couple of days off, maybe some more laps behind the wheel. Whoever knows.
Well, you might see me out there again, and probably a renewed energy kind of ordeal, because especially street stocks and this machine really makes me want to race more, especially having a nice looking car. So we'll see. We'll see what's in the future for us. Like I said, I enjoy announcing and I enjoy anything to do with the simulation. It's something that I take pride in this. Whether it's real racing, whether it's simulation racing, you support those who support that kind of stuff. And same way with our sponsors and everybody on the car and everybody in the broadcast booth. It doesn't matter. I mean, thanks again, guys. I'm not going to take up too much more time. I've obviously talked a lot, so.
It's all good. All right. Well, that's going to about do it for us here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network tonight. Special thanks to sponsors out there. Hanover Record Service, iRacing, iFlag, BladeNode.com, Montstar Productions, Hard Motorsports, TDR Racing, Evil One Graphics, Full Throttle with the Jet. For my partner, Todd, for Jack Chewin, my control guy, Rocky Batfield alongside the entire group here. Don't forget Ron Piles here behind the scenes as well, and everybody else that makes up the Full Velocity Racing Network. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time with another round of Full Velocity TV right here on your source for esports racing.